Foreclosure is the culminating event of a legal process. This process has multiple steps that take place over a specific timeline. This lesson presents the steps relevant to investors, realtors, and homeowners. There are a few extra events in the process that are not shown. Those steps are mainly relevant only to foreclosure trustees and attorneys. Foreclosure starts with the event of default. The date of default is the date on which the homeowner officially misses a payment. This triggers the foreclosure process. At this point, the creditor, typically a bank, initiates collections. This is what is known as the collection stage. With institutional creditors, such as banks, the collections stage lasts typically between 30 and 120 days. During the collection stage, the creditor typically makes a significant effort to help the property owner get current with payments. If there is no progress, the creditor will start threatening with foreclosure. Once the bank determines that foreclosure may be needed, the bank will elect a successor trustee. We will refer to the successor trustee as the trustee. This is the appointment of successor trustee document. Very soon, the trustee will record a notice of default, or notice of breach of contract, at the county where the property is located. At this point, the default becomes public record and trustee officially initiates the process of foreclosure. This is a notice of trustee sale sample. In summary, it says that the beneficiary and the trustee have elected to sell the property in order to satisfy a debt. Once the notice of default has been recorded, the property will enter what is known as the pre-foreclosure stage. In California, the pre-foreclosure stage takes a minimum of 3 months plus 20 days. Usually, trustees pad that time with an additional 10 to 20 days to ensure there is plenty of time. The trustee will then notify the owner that foreclosure has been initiated. The document used will be the same Notice of Breach of Contract or Notice of Default and Election to Sell or NOD. The document will be sent by registered mail to the last known address of the owner in foreclosure. This will be within 10 days of recording the NOD. The trustee will then notify all the other creditors collateralized by the property. This will be within 30 days of recording the NOD by certified mail. Large institutional investors, such as banks, are usually aware of foreclosure through paid electronic systems. The typical watershed event is the arrival of the 60th day prior to the auction date. This is the midpoint of the process. With more than 60 days towards the trustee sale, the homeowner has higher chances of resolving the foreclosure issue. Chances to resolve a pending foreclosure are lower with less than 60 days before auction. With less available time, options start diminishing. Time is no longer on the side of the owner. The foreclosure will be rescinded if the owner reinstates the loan or arranges forbearance with the creditor. This is the rescission document. In summary, it says that the notice of default has been removed. If not, a trustee sale date will be established. The notice of trustee sale establishes the foreclosure auction date and time. The last day for the property owner to reinstate the defaulted loan is 5 days prior to auction date. Within those 5 days prior to the auction sale date, the bank is no longer required by law to allow loan reinstatement by the owner. Once in this period, the creditor may or may not allow reinstatement. 20 days minimum prior to trustee sale, the trustee will record a notice of trustee sale. The notice of trustee sale records the exact time, date, and location of the sale. This is a sample trustee sale document. 20 days minimum prior to trustee sale, the trustee will mail the notice of trustee sale to the owner. This begins the posting period. For 20 days, the notice of trustee sale will be posted at the property and a public place. The same day as the trustee sale posting, the owner will be mailed a copy of the notice of trustee sale. At the same time begins the publication period, which starts 20 days minimum prior to trustee sale. It consists of 4 publications, each announcement published once a week for 3 consecutive weeks in a newspaper of general circulation in the judicial district where the property is located. Typically, legal and business newspapers are preferred. The purpose of the publication stage is to notify all parties with an interest in the property and the public at large. At the auction date, the property will be sold to the highest bidder. The highest bidder will need to pay 100% cash for the property if the bid is accepted. In exchange for the cash, the bidder will obtain a funds receipt from the trustee. If no one buys the property will be reverted to the foreclosing creditor. This is a funds receipt sample. At this point, the highest bidder is not yet the new property owner. The trustee has to confirm the validity of the sale. Trustee sales are sometimes nullified by last-minute bankruptcies, reinstatements, full payoffs, etc. As soon as the validity of the sale is confirmed, the highest bidder will obtain a trustee's deed and therefore become the new owner. This is a trustee deed sample. As soon as possible, the new owner can take possession of the property if the property is vacant. If the previous owner is still occupying the property, the new owner will have to negotiate possession or start eviction. Possession date is not established by California statutes.